Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra January 6, 2023. There can be a pleasant and particular focus on your close personal relationships today. Warmth and acceptance are key themes in the energies of the day. You can feel especially protected by or protective of loved ones, which can improve your bond. If you need to repair or refresh relations with family or coworkers, it's an excellent time to do so. Putting more heart into something and feeling great about your accomplishments can figure strongly. The day also shapes up well for communicating and exploring past relationships, connections, and projects. A new view of an old situation arrives now. A glorious period for partnership, friendship, and romance is upon you today and tomorrow. As the mighty sun continues to soar through the skies, he will link to electric Uranus, the great awakener, across the sky from you in your solar 7th house of partnership. This means that if you're open to circulating about town with your crew, you may cross paths with someone who ignites a flame in your heart. A friend may also even facilitate the sweet introduction, so don't let this jovial vibe go to waste. If you can't set aside time for sugar and spice now, book a trip for later in the year. What do you need to flourish? Do not be afraid to weigh the pros and cons of what you want to take on in your everyday schedule when Venus in Aquarius sextiles Jupiter in Aries. Overall, the sextile is a rather positive transit that suggests a nice ebb and flow between your work and life and private life. However, you may need to get comfortable with putting yourself first during this sextile, since you may need to branch out from your comfort zone to explore a unique work and life balance that fits your specific needs. The moon's first visit to your financial sector for the year is also the last while Mars is in retrograde motion. As they separate from an alignment yesterday, your old financial passions and fighting spirit are returning, and with it a better read on untapped financial potential. However, while Mars looks to the past, the moon and therefore your financial instincts are looking to the future. You may find yourself full of hope and good intentions these days. It's a feeling that you enjoy, and yet you may sense a shadow feeling that isn't quite as rosy. The question is how far you can bring your hopes and aspirations into reality, how much you are able to actually live your dreams. You need to ground yourself through physical exercise and give your body the opportunity to express hope and joy the way it knows how, through good health. This day, you are quite likely to experience a successful and productive day. Your hardworking approach to financial success may just pay off in large dividends. If this is the case, make sure to take a step back for a moment, and plot out an appropriate course of action for yourself. If you go too far to either side on this, you may find that you stumble. Take care that what is now a significant bonus does not wind up being a terrible loss. The moon's first visit to your financial sector for the year is also the last while Mars is in retrograde motion, and as their alignment yesterday separates, you are starting to get a sense of what old financial passions this is helping to fuel. With your subconscious able to download information faster than you can process it at the time, this makes it important to listen to your financial instincts and imagination without overthinking things. Knowing that Venus, the planet of love, is just 3 weeks away from an early return to your romantic sector is already creating a sense of anticipation but also determination when it comes to your resolutions for the coming year. Meanwhile, just days away from aligning in your communication sector, the Sun and Mercury are working with planets in your relationship sector to channel this into your relationships. Our eyes in the sky. Venus in Aquarius connects with Jupiter in Aries this morning. When these two connect, it brings a pleasant vibe and makes all our feelings seem bigger. Venus in Aquarius and Jupiter in Aries push us to address humanitarian causes. These planets in these particular signs urge us to take steps to heal the ills of the world. Our hearts are expanding to encompass many spaces and places and send love to anyone in the universe who is in need of a little TLC. In the pre-dawn hours, the Gemini moon trine series in Libra, inclining us to nurture others through just and fair action. We show others we care, but we put an equal premium on telling them we care too. In fact, the best way to support those we love now may be for us to act as a sounding board for their ideas. Knowing when to offer advice, and when to ask questions to help them refine their opinions, is how we shine. Try to stay as impartial as possible, and request that others do the same for you. We aren't trying to convince others to think like us, but to express their own perspective as thoughtfully as possible. You experience what at first appears to be a rather critical state of affairs. Above all, do not allow the situation to get out of control or become overwhelmed. React calmly and thoughtfully to anything that appears to be unpleasant or combined with the feelings they create. These disturbances soon blow over without real damage. Take good care of your health. It will be hard interacting with people today. You overreact to the smallest things and feel completely misunderstood. It would do you good to take a step back, clear your thoughts and start tackling the arguments in a calmer way. Before noon, the moon aligns with retrograde Mars in Gemini, offering us bravery. We can stand up for ourselves and defend others if the situation calls for it. We know how best to advocate for a cause using words as tools and not as weapons. Although we may get a bit reactive now, remember that irritation can be channeled into physical activities. Feeling especially frustrated with someone's choices? Consider writing them a letter detailing your concerns, but don't send it. Pause and return to read the letter later in the evening when you have calmed down and have a clearer head. After midnight, Venus in Aquarius sextiles Jupiter in Aries, prompting lucky meetings. We run into people who can help us get ahead. These individuals may give us a leg up financially or make introductions with those in high places. The opportunities we achieve now seem serendipitous. We just happen to be in the right place at the right time to seize them. Yet, if we take a long view, we'll see that we're really reaping the rewards of good karma. This is an excellent time to accept a travel or educational offer. We may meet someone who has the potential to become a love interest. If we are already in a relationship, this transit improves rapport with our partner. Be grateful for having someone in your life who allows you to be exactly who you are, yet still encourages you to reach for the stars. In the late afternoon, the Gemini moon trines Saturn in Aquarius, providing maturity and resolve. We have a knack for seeing problems from multiple angles, which allows us to avoid becoming overly biased. Our objective, level-headed approach gives people confidence in our opinions and abilities. Others may seek us out for advice. Discussions with teachers and elders can steer us in optimal directions. Remember, you are never too old to learn something new.